Guys, my first guest in this Women in Resilience series has a background in law. She went on to work in the pharmaceutical industry and then by chance fell into the risk management sphere. In the space of 2 years, guys, only 2 years, implemented risk management for her business area and won an award. All this success at the age of 24. She has so much to offer, and I'm so excited to introduce you to my very first guest, Niamh Ryan. Niamh, yay! Welcome to the Resilience Voice. Thank you for coming. So before we get started, I'm going to ask Niamh how she's feeling before our little quiz interview. So I've got this little book here with all these emotions, and you're going to watch her flip through it and tell us her current state of mind.
Okay.
Off you go, no pressure. Hopefully she doesn't choose that she's stressed.
What is wonky?
So yeah, show our audience some of the things that make you think, what is that?
What is this?
Wonky. You know, it's those millennial types of.
Maybe I didn't paint my eyebrows on properly this morning. That would be wonky. I think I'm this one.
She's inspired, guys, and
by this lovely lady.
Oh, too kind. So this is a relief because she's inspired, and this is what this whole podcast or video vlogs are all about, is inspiring you guys to come and view the Resilience Pod and then meet all these new people and amazing people that I have the pleasure of knowing. So currently she's feeling inspired, so show them. Okay, so we're just going to put that at the back there, and we'll keep reminding ourselves that Niamh is feeling inspired, and then we'll ask her again how she's feeling at the end of the interview and see if that changes.
Okay.
Yeah. How did you get into it?
By complete accident, which seems to be most people's story.
Yeah.
I was working at Network Rail as an auditor, and then my current manager was like, yeah, you should apply for this job. And I was like, I know nothing about risk. So that's how I ended up in it, and luckily I was taught by somebody quite experienced who'd been in the industry for a long time, and he shared a lot of knowledge with me, and that's where I am today, and still learning. I think the main thing I love about risk is the people. Because you come across so many different types of people, all in different stages, different walks of life, and you have to support them with their risk management, and that can come in multiple different versions. So you could be doing something that's very HR based, you could be doing something that's very technical based. Whilst you might not know much about that, you understand risk and you support that person, and you watch their understanding of risk evolve, which is fantastic. But also you get to learn as well. So I think the people side of it for me is the biggest thing, and that for me is what drives my focus every day and my want to do more in risk. So yeah, that's my biggest thing.
It's all about people.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and without people, you can't get anything done. It doesn't matter what part of resilience you're in, if it's risk, crisis, business continuity, it's all about the people. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the other thing would definitely be sort of helping people grow their understanding of resilience, also BCM or risk. It's not something that's broadly used and understood. I think a lot of people have the opinion that it's a tick box exercise, and we have to do that, and I don't really want to do that. But actually, it should be the driver for everything they do, and it's a key thing in all areas of business, and it's becoming sort of regulatory now, or you have to do this, and we make sure that we've got this covered. So why not enjoy it at the same time, and make it so that what you do in your workplace is successful because you've considered risk management, you have business continuity plans, you've covered it all.
So there is an award-winning lady sitting right next to me in the pod. So this is a tried and tested method, because if it didn't work, she wouldn't have won the award and loads of people wouldn't have nominated her. So no pressure there. Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm just going to keep that a bit quiet.
Oh, yeah.
I think for me it's understanding people on a personal level. That's my number one thing.
Yeah, personal.
Because if you go into a meeting and they're already like, oh, you've come to talk to me about risk, if I don't ask them about themselves and understand them on a human level first, then it's not going to work for me. But I think the other thing is make the language simplistic.
Yeah.
If you go into a room and you start throwing key terminology around and acronyms and all this stuff, you've lost them. And you'd have lost me as well. So I think for me it's making it very basic, very simple, and explaining it on a level that everybody will understand. Because ultimately, whatever their area of business is, I might not understand.
Yeah.
So I think it has to work both ways. You know, career paths with regards to risk. Yes, you may already be in risk. You may be just doing it sort of an advisor role or something like that. But you don't. The only career path would not be then head of risk or CRO. You could actually do any management role. Risk is involved in most roles within companies. You're expected to understand risk in the area you work in. So you might find that you like a particular area of the business, but you've got risk skills now, and that's gonna, you know, support you no matter what you do. So I don't think it will shoebox you into one type of career. With regards to like studying at uni, I mean, very rarely people study what they studied at uni and go into that career.
Yeah, quite right.
So I think, you know, your career is just based on the skills that you've learned. I did law. I'm not in law. I know that you studied something very different and you're not in that field. So I think it's just about your skill base rather than the subject that you studied.
Yeah, so picking up on the law degree, there's a lot of companies that if you're going into risk management, they want someone who's a lawyer or with a legal background. And actually, that's quite, if you're doing law at the moment or you're a law student, you could go into risk management.
Oh, definitely. And you probably enjoy it far more. It's less
who wants to do that.
Yeah, less about who you know, but more about what you know. And I think risk is great for that. Much sort of challenge with regards to being a woman. Definitely about being young. I think, you know, you get youngsters in organisations now and you think, oh, what do you know? I've been here 50 years. Like, how is it any different? But I think, you know, a mix of older generation and newer generation is definitely the way forward because you can share knowledge, experience, and, you know, it will definitely drive the focus going forward for the future. But I think for me, it's definitely been more my age rather than me being a female. But I think as long as you understand your area of business and you show that with confidence, I think you'll go far.
Has there been someone that has inspired you to date? And it can be anyone that...
In my career?
Yeah, or personally, or both.
I think my mum. My mum's my biggest inspiration. She was an amazing woman and still is. But career-wise, she did amazing, and she brought up me and my sister all by herself while she did it.
Amazing.
And held down a house. So she'll forever be my inspiration. And she's the person I go to for everything. Work question, home question.
Personal questions.
Yeah, anything. Yeah. So yeah, she's hugely my inspiration. I don't think I've met anyone else that has been, apart from you.
Oh no, I wasn't fishing for compliments.
No, but it's true. Like you put all this together, and I wouldn't have had anywhere near the confidence to do this. So it's nice to do it with somebody a bit talented.
What was the first ever job that you had?
Oh, I worked on a pharmacy counter.
Oh, did you?
In a big retail store. Yeah. That was interesting. Like coughs, colds, hemorrhoids. It's good fun.
She learned about the human anatomy very quickly working in a pharmacy and medications.
Dealing with people's ailments and problems. Yeah, it was good fun.
Very different to risk management.
Oh yeah.
But I love asking this question because you see where people have come from. We don't just all fall into the resilience risk sphere just like that. So it's nice to see some of your roots.
Yes.
So just
very different.
Very different to risk. So yeah, and obviously she's got a law background.
Yeah.
What made you study law?
I wanted to be involved in law or a lawyer since I was like 8 years old.
Oh,
that is all I wanted to do. And then it wasn't until I was in university and I was studying it that I was like, I realised that it was quite competitive, and that, you know, you had to go on and like do more and more and more, but you probably wouldn't be where you wanted to be until you were like late 30s. And I was far more ambitious and wanted to do stuff like now rather than later.
4 to 5 years, where do you see yourself? Your ultimate aim?
I mean, I like what I'm doing now. It's a challenge, so I probably see myself still there and developing that and making the most of it. But ultimately, I'd love to work for myself and still in risk, but going in and helping companies, you know, develop their risk management and, you know, set up their processes and support with that. Like, that would be my ultimate goal. Almost like the self-help for risk within different organisations.
What an amazing idea, self-help risk. So therapy,
Kind of, yeah. Almost like, help them develop or improve.
self-help.
Yes.
Self-help for risk professionals. Is your current favourite book right now?
Oh, okay. Actually,
She's got it with her, so it's quite cool. Ooh.
it's kind of the like standard Instagram pic that I feel, but it is genuinely an amazing book. It's called The Secret, and it's kind of like a self-help book, but not. But it's about the law of attraction. So how to make things come to you. And most people will be like, yeah, right. As if I can like close my eyes and ask for money and it'll appear. Yeah, it doesn't quite work like that. I've tried, but
we've all visualised a fancy car and it's not come.
No, but I think it's almost changing the way you think and being more positive and not being so negative. Because I did fall into the trap of, oh, this isn't happening and that doesn't work.
Yeah.
But this book definitely changes your thinking on that and helps you be different. So, and also it really drives into you about being grateful. And that's something I'm rubbish at. So like I'm always striving for the next thing, always wanting bigger and better. But I've actually learned to be like, do you know what? Everything I have is amazing and I've worked hard for it. I haven't been lucky. It's genuine hard work. And I am grateful for it and I love everything I have and where I am. So that's what this has taught me and that's why I love it so much.
Positivity, guys, that's what we're all about.
A bit cheesy, but it is true.
Yeah, I think that's why we connected too, because we're quite similar like that, and
yeah.
we turns out we spend a bit more time together in a non-work environment. We're quite similar in the way we think, which is fantastic. You should always expand your horizons, but books are the place and things to read and go which takes you in a different world. So remind us again what the book is. The Secret. Be sure to get it. I think I'm going to pick up a copy because I can't believe I've not read that.
No, I can't believe you've not read
yeah,
that. Considering how similar we are, I would have thought you'd have gone, oh, I've got that.
Yeah, I must have a PDF somewhere, but I do like the physical book.
Yeah, it is better.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like you're actually doing something else, not just scrolling through your phone.
Yeah, and we're quite guilty of doing that, so a physical book is always quite nice.
Yeah.
And if you care about environment, buy a second-hand one.
Yeah.
So Secret, get it, read it, let me know and let Niamh know if you've read it and whether you think it's total nonsense or whether you do believe in the law of attraction. And
yeah, because I did think it was nonsense.
Oh, did you?
Oh, 100%. My head just told me about it. I was like, you must be joking. I'm not believing that. But then it was only when I started doing it. I only read like 10 minutes a day, if that. Because I don't have time. I don't want to sit and read for hours. I like short. My attention span's not very good.
So 10 minutes, always a good thing. So we'll be talking about The Secret, and I asked Niamh to open up the book and just read a little quote that resonated with her and that could resonate and inspire the rest of you. So she's picked something and I'm quite excited to hear what it is, and hopefully you guys will be inspired, because I think I'm already there, but let's see what she has to say.
So a quote for me that I absolutely love in here, it says, see yourself living in abundance and you will attract it. It works every time with every person. And this is so true.
Wow. I asked you how you were feeling and you said you were inspired.
Yeah.
And that was before I even quizzed her on all these things and didn't feed her any tea or anything like that. And just,
She inspired me now.
Yeah, I bribed her, paid her a couple of £100. No, I haven't really. The question for you is, how are you feeling now after we've probably spent quite a few hours together now and it's been really fun? How are you feeling after this interview?
For me, it's focused.
Focused, guys.
Yes.
Let's just show you. She's feeling focused. Look at the dollar signs. So that is awesome.
Yeah.
You're feeling focused.
Definitely.
She's focused, so I'll let you hold that because that's how you're feeling. So why are you feeling focused?
I think to do more, to be a better person, and to definitely, broaden my horizons and, get out there too. A bit like you've inspired me to do that today. So thank you.
You are welcome, and thank you for coming. So guys, you need to focus. Some key takeaways is focus and hustle. So that's it, guys. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to Niamh for being my first guest on the Resilience Pod and the Women in Resilience series. So guys, until next time, keep hustling.
Bye.
Bye.